Hey, what's up? It's Cube Guy back with some more matchup chart analysis. The first two videos were on Super Brawl 2. This one's a little bit more important. This one's concerning number 8 on trending at like 5 a.m. today. Weezergate. I don't know if you heard of it. Um, so we're going to be talking about the subject of Weezergate, that being Wheezer. So let's just discuss the matchup chart. Um, Weezer's matchup spread is the most imbalanced thing I've ever seen. So let's just get into it. So already starting, let's just start from the bottom and then make our way up. So obviously Nolan loses 0 to 100 to Bread. There's no way that he can defeat Bread. It's one of the most imbalanced matchups in the game. I just don't see any reason why you would pick Nolan if your opponent picks Bread. Nolan loses so hard to Bread that it's incomprehensible. Then again, all right, and now we're gonna go up to what he loses 10 to 90. That's being taller than 5'3". He can't be taller than 5'3". Honestly, I feel like that's another huge L for Nolan. Just another matchup you don't want to play. And now let's go over to where things get a little bit more interesting. So in 20 to 80, we have Shadow DDD. That actually represents Trey Zenkai's DDD that beat Nolan 5 to 1 and 5 to 3 in DDD Dittos online. So that was like really crazy. It's one of Nolan's biggest matchups. And then we have Will Smith. Nolan is terrified of Will Smith for no real reason. There's no reason why Nolan should be afraid of Will Smith. And then Nolan, he loses really hard to the state of North Carolina, and I don't know why. There should be a reason why he loses to the state of North Carolina, but he doesn't. He just does not beat North Carolina. Moving on to 30-70. Nolan gets absolutely destroyed by yo-yos. They make him incredibly angry, and they might make him take out that anger on something that we're going to get to later. And then also in 30-70 is pools, because he just can't get out of them. Then in 40-60, Nolan loses to Femboys, Cubes, and his brother's Netflix account. They all take tolls on Nolan. But Nolan has been able to bounce back on these ones, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Even his Game & Watch is frame 3 up be out of shield. Okay, and now on to 60-40. Now this is where Nolan starts to show his power as the midget man himself. So in 60-40, we first start off with Dreamland. Now, why is Dreamland in 60-40? That's just because Nolan figured out a way to get under it. And then also in 60-40 is Lobsters. He destroys Lobsters. Now, if we look at 70-30, you can actually see not only the Jewel, which is a vape device. You can also see the letter E. They represent Nolan's biggest victims. Nolan has been notorious for never losing to Jewel ever in his whole life. And the letter E, I think he once belly flopped on it or some shit. It was crazy. It's just like the Pixar opening. It was insane, absolutely insane. And now let's go over to Nolan. The main reason why you would want to pick Nolan, and that's his matchup against Monitors. He beats Monitors 100-0. I heard that he once smashed a Monitor just by lightly tossing a controller. There's no real reason not to pick Nolan against Monitors. And I just feel like Nolan has a bit of a monitor breaking problem, and it's a bit of an issue when it comes to the current competitive meta, and gaming and esports. Nolan would do such a thing to monitors that cost over $240, and honestly, I think because of that, everybody should support hashtag Weezergate. We need this menace thrown from the face of the earth, because if he keeps destroying these monitors, it's all over for us. So I'm petitioning to grab your states of North Carolina, grab Will Smith, grab being taller than 5'3", and grab Bread, because that's how we're going to be able to defeat Nolan. Thank you for watching. I'm out of here. I'll be making probably a tier list video for like King Julian maybe in the future. Thank you. I'm out of here.